So we're just hanging out. And I had that on for the whole time. Hey, y'all. It's Irate Prostate here. We are broadcasting, apparently. And, so heard that echo. That was not intended, but we're rolling. I've got everything. Nothing is muted. So like it was earlier. But apparently I am slowly grasping the idea of this of the technology that I had absolutely no grasp of yesterday. So we're making this thing going. I've invited a whole bunch of people on Twitter, and like they check their DMs. I might. It looks like we're expecting friends to maybe come by. I think Occam of Occam's Razor. I've never met him live before, so that will be interesting. So he says he's going to pop by in a wee bit. I'm just hanging out. See, Discanar, what's up, brother? And Uzi Q, what's up? You redheaded vixen, you. It's good to see you. All I got to do is like look to my left. And oh my God, she was there.
Hello?
Yeah. Occam?
This is yep, this is Occam's Razor.
All right, brother. Hold on a second. You
What
sounded robotic, brother. Hold on. Let's see what I got. My studio here. I can pull you over. All right. All right. Yeah, give me a test, brother.
Hello? Is it working good now for you?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. I don't know if my mic is giving you troubles. I don't know. It normally doesn't.
All right. It sounds great now. So whatever it was, we've got it cleared up. And
Okay.
yeah, and we're definitely live, and nobody's muted or anything. I've got a different name for you, but this is Occam of Occam's Razor, correct?
Yeah, this is.
I recognize
don't know why it does this.
I recognize your voice.
Yeah, just a little explanation about the account it shows. I don't know why, but whenever I go onto someone else's live stream, it always like uses my main Google account thing or whatever.
Yeah, I had to do that. Yeah, it did that with me, and I had a completely different deal, and I had to what I did was I renamed it with the Irate Prostate thing, where it's an underscore. The main account, it won't show either on mine. It's really weird how it does that, because I think it takes the account that you log in with the email, and it uses that first name that you used. But yeah, I had to do the same exact thing, man. I was having the exact same problem. But yeah, I had a really horrible picture of reverse picture of Chink Uger I was using, so everybody was going, "Oh my God!"
Oh man, yeah. So speaking of Cenk Uygur, what did you see that debate that went on between the Ben Shapiro and Cenk?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing. Not really twice, but yeah, one time I watched the whole thing, and then I fast forwarded through to the good stuff, just to kind of savor the because the last two debates I'd seen Chink in, he had his whole horde with him, and all he had to do was say, "You're a dumb fuck," and they would like go, and it was really horrible. I mean, he was really disrespectful to one of the most Dinesh D'Souza, to one of the most important and intelligent people on the right. And he was so disrespectful to him, and that whole deal with the him going to the to having to do time, and then the judge. Did you know about that? About the judge making him go to therapy, even though two therapists said he didn't need therapy?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and this is Dinesh D'Souza, right? after he had done all his time and all his community service and stuff, the judge literally said, I'm going to ignore what these professional psychologists say, because in my opinion, in my professional opinion, I think you need some type of psychiatric help. And so he got him in. It basically was, it was, I don't know, it sounded like you need re-education, so, and he put him in for, I think had to do mandatory therapy for a year before his
Wow.
court stuff went away. Yeah.
It's pretty messed up.
Yep. Yep. Did you just hear a loud smacking sound?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that was. All right,
Me
so
neither.
yeah, so what's going on, man? Talk to me.
Well, right now I'm actually in the process of not uploading yet. I'm processing a video I just got done editing. Like, I just got done editing a video right when you sent me that link to the stream.
Cool. What's it about?
So,
give us a little sneak peek, dude.
Okay, the video is about an article that I actually found it when I was watching like This Week in Stupid, and I just thought I needed to make a video on this article. It was where in Australia, in this I think it's a community called Bondi. It must be like a suburb of like Sydney or something.
It's Bondi, yeah, Bondi Beach. It's like Panama City is in America. I don't know if there's, because I know you're like in Northwest or Middle America North, so I don't know where you guys go to. Where I live, we all go to Panama City or Destin, Florida. So that's kind of what Bondi is in Australia. So what's going on there?
Well, there was a group of Jewish people, because there's a lot of Jewish people in that area, that wanted to build a synagogue, but a council turned it down, and a court backed up the decision because they deemed it to be too much of a danger to the Jews involved and the people in the community, because that could be a potential site for Muslims to do a terror attack.
Holy shit.
So, yeah. So because they're worried about a terror attack happening there, they're not going to let them build a synagogue and worship there.
That's crazy. That's just pure insanity, because we think that you're going to be a terror magnet. You can't build a place of worship here. That's I think that's some ass backwards anti-Semitism. In my opinion, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like, in the video I end up saying that it's basically like victim blaming, because it's like, because these people are potentially going to be or because they commonly are attacked by terrorists, then they should be punished for the actions of the terrorists instead of addressing the issue of the radical terrorists attacks.
Right, exactly. And it's that whole Islamophobia thing. I mean, it's almost like a disease that's going around the world. It's horrible, because the way that the right has stacked the deck now, I mean, it's literally people will do anything to avoid being called some kind of phobe. And in my opinion, that's just a word. You can say I'm Islamophobic all day long, and like, fuck, I don't want to get blown up. I'm kind of scared of getting blown up, but I'm not afraid of any person that's just a normal worshiper of Islam. I'm afraid of jihadists. That's just those are the people that blow stuff up. I had a really positive experience with a Muslim man that really helped me out when I really needed, when I had a hard time. He's a very good man. And, I don't understand it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
That's a major blow to like religious freedom and stuff in Australia as well. Is anything really, because it starts with that, and then they're going to be able to block any event they want to because of terrorist reasons or any other religious group they want.
Right. Because it's not a
Videos.
safe, you're right. You're not going to be in a safe environment. We can't provide a safe space for you. See, that's the way they're flipping that shit around now. Because, you know, the way
Yeah.
that's the way that Anita Sarkeesian, you know, got Sargon harassed at VidCon, was that she said she didn't feel safe with him there. You know, and that's kind of the way they're flipping that shit now. It's like, well, we can't accommodate you, you know, right wing person, with your opinion. You know, we can't let you speak here because we can't provide, you guarantee you a safe space here. And basically that's really just a, you know, a sideways. When they say deplatforming, I hate that term, because really all it is censorship, you know. But they've sanitized it and given that word deplatform, you know, deplatforming. I hate that word. I don't like it.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I don't like, is like when people's reaction to hearing things they don't like is to go and try to like shut that person up and, like, you know, make it so they don't have a platform to speak on. Because if we're, as a society, are going to move forward, we need everybody put out on the table. And when every idea is put out on the table, it's going to be real easy to see what ideas are the genuine good ones and which ones are the genuine bad ones. When you don't suppress people's freedoms of speech and you just let people speak, you can hear the bad ideas and you know they're bad, and then you can tell them why they're bad, and you can hear the good ideas and explain why they're good, and then it makes it so all those ideas are out there, all laid out on the table. Freedoms are suppressed. They can freely speak, but that makes it so if you're speaking bad ideas, people won't want to listen to you, because there's also going to be an equal number of people that can just tell them exactly why your ideas are bad.
Right.
So we're going to be much better off with people being able to freely speak.
Well, yeah, and see, and that's what's so really strange about, you know, that the left will claim that they're so open-minded about stuff, but you know, they won't entertain any kind of you know, they say that, you know, if I offer you, you know, some voice, or if I offer you some kind of platform in which to, you know, to have some kind of discourse on, you know, whatever topic A, B, C, D, or E, you know, it's like I'm giving you credence, because you know, I see you as a bad person, because, you know, if you don't agree with everything I agree with, you know, you're a Nazi. You know, and I can't associate with a Nazi, and if I gave you a platform, I'd be endorsing that. You know, it's bullshit logic. It's you know, it's deliberately, you know, creating that echo chamber and maintaining that echo chamber, that nothing gets done. You know, and I don't, you know, if people really wanted change and wanted things to change, they would you know, engage in discourse, you know, back and forth like you're talking about. It's insane. You know, and then there's the stuff that, you know, that went out with that letter at Google, and in the response, you know, are we going to be, you know, conveniently, you know, shoved to some corner of the internet, just because some algorithm thinks that we're racist based on, you know, the programming by a person that's with strong left leanings?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm actually very afraid of, because I really want to make this whole YouTube thing work out.
Sure.
But I'm still really new. I've only been doing this for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, man, and you're kicking ass. You're doing great.
Yeah, but one thing I'm worried about is, like, what if I'm moving along, building up my fan base and all that, and making good videos, and all of a sudden, like, I just get shut down so far. Maybe I get like really far. I become a big channel. I've worked so hard, and then all of a sudden, it just comes tumbling to the ground because the whole system on YouTube is working against people in our genre.
Right. And that's why I think a lot of people are starting to double up, and you know, with minds.com and with you know, the vid.me. I think that's that's definitely a platform that I'm backing everything up on. The VidMe, I like it. It's very open, and I hope they keep it that way. Because I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer for some business to just keep an open platform out there, man, because the advertisers will come. If you build it, they will come. And I think that whole advertising thing by the Wall Street Journal, I think that was an excuse. I think that what they really want to do is they want to open up that YouTube Red, and you, me, and a whole bunch of other people are taking up a lot of server space. And if they free up that server space, that's more more product that they can store and and sell, like in video on demand type thing, or the way that they've got it going now with the YouTube Red, you can rent videos out, the new movies that are in the theater right now. And I think that's kind of what's behind it. Everybody says it's this or that, but it's always money to me. I always look at that bottom line, because that's where the logic lies in, with Bill when it comes to businesses. What do you think?
See, the funny thing about YouTube is, I think YouTube, from what I've heard, unless I'm wrong, like if I'm wrong, someone should correct me on this, but from what I've heard, YouTube runs a deficit.
Yeah.
Like they actually lose money, but because Google is so big and YouTube is so popular, I don't think YouTube's deficit affects Google enough for them to bother getting rid of it if it ever came to that point. Like I don't think they'd ever have to worry about that entirely getting rid of it, but I do think they want to get out of a deficit and into making more money. And if because of this whole Wall Street Journal scare, where they scared all these companies away from advertising on YouTube, that means less money for YouTube. And I think YouTube normally wouldn't care about channels like us if they were doing okay, but because they're losing money and because advertisers are getting scared away because they have a misconception about channels like us, then they're going to want to get rid of channels like us to make advertisers come back so that they have an opportunity to get out of their deficit.
Right. Yeah. But it's just, there's a lot of stuff that's not adding up here. And I wonder, I see that, I'm gonna say hey to some folks out in the crowd there. I see Irate Bear, dude, I sent you a tweet and I tried to DM you the link, and it just wouldn't let me do it. I did the same thing with Vanilla Bear. I don't know what to do. It wouldn't accept the URL. I could type in words and it would take that. So I'm sorry about that, but I'll try to get it back to you if you want to. Tim Baker, I see you. What's happening, man? Let's see. You got anybody you want to say hey to, Occam?
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to the video right now so I can see the chat. Like I can't see the chat right now, so
okay. Yeah, Discanar.
I'm heading on over to the. What?
Yeah, the voice that you hear besides mine is Occam's Razor, the one and only Occam's Razor.
Yeah. So yeah, I make good videos on my channel. Like I'm actually.
You do, man. You actually do. I appreciate your confidence, man. That's good. That's good to have.
Well, like here's the thing though, my videos, like this next one that I'm uploading tonight, it's going to be so much better than all the other ones. Like my videos are about to take a huge leap in
right.
I think I just started playing an ad on YouTube. Could you hear that?
No, that was barely. I barely heard anything. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I got to skip it. I think I clicked on the wrong video, actually. I don't know what I just did. I'm trying to get to the live stream so I can look at the chat.
The title is, you may say I'm a streamer, but I'm not the only one. It's a play on the John Lennon song, Imagine. So I thought it was clever.
Okay. So I rate.
Let's see if I can pass. Here we go.
All right. Yeah, I found it. So, all right, just got to wait for the chat to pop up so I can see who's out there. But anyway, yeah, my video that I'm releasing tonight, the quality is so much better, and I really have to thank Gemini, the YouTuber Gemini, for this. Because
yeah, I saw that the other night. Right, he cut that the new avatar and the new background for you. It looks great, man. I actually watched that. You know, while y'all were doing that, I was one of the people there. So I'm a fan, Drew. I'm a fan.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't really that paying attention to the chat that night, to be honest.
I hear you.
I would glance at it.
Yeah, Whitey will do that to you, man. The dude's a nut job. He's funny as hell, though. He's gonna make some people mad as hell, though. That whole did you see the deal where he was rating? He and Gemini and a bunch of other people were like rating the looks of the people on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I was watching that stream the whole time. The Twitter beef after that was a sight to see.
The what?
I said the Twitter beef after that was a sight to see.
Really? What happened? Tell me about that. I love the juice. Give me the tea, bro.
There was I don't know who she is, but I think there was this woman who was like, she was getting mad at Gemini and Whitey about it on Twitter or whatever, and then there was this big back and forth thing, like with her and Whitey and Gemini, but I think it was mostly Whitey, and I don't know. It was just a big beef that seemed to go on for a while after that.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of beefing going on with on YouTube. I mean, you know, about YouTube on Twitter. You know, the deal with Bering and what's his name. I'm not gonna give anybody any. You know, give the guy any juice because I busted him for doing it to get subs, man. Because I have the quote. I have the exact time when he says it. So, and I backed that up in a thread on Twitter. I got in the middle of that, man. I got sucked in. I was like, oh shit, you know. So, but there was some drama about that with Bering, and he said, did you hear him set that dude straight?
Yeah, I saw Bering like going off on that guy, dude.
That was hilarious, man. I mean, it's like the guy, you know, kind of backed it up, but he wouldn't take back what he said. I was like, okay. And then there's no bullshit, and I think I'm real. Yeah.
The shoe on head. I was gonna bring that up.
Oh no, dude! Tell me about that. Come on, throw it.
Wait, what were you talking about? No BS and who else then? Because
no BS and hey, I think I'm real. No BS.
I haven't heard as much about.
Yeah, no BS had done this thing about the trans in the military, and hey, I think I'm real. Like he spent like 3 or 4 days, and he did all this research and stuff, and you know, and he didn't necessarily debunk it because really what No BS does is he doesn't present things as facts. He's an opinion. You know, that's kind of what I do. You know, and you can't really disprove somebody's opinion. You know, but he spent a lot of time doing it, and then they went to at each other, you know, on the Twitter for a little bit, and no BS. He didn't really nibble on that much. They didn't get into a big beef. I think that he kind of saw him as being trollish and didn't feed him, which is, you know, and hey, I think I'm real is really he's a very intelligent guy. I don't know. I don't like to take swipes at other YouTubers, man. I'm just, you know, I'm not into pugilism here. I'm just here like slinging opinions and watching horror films. You know, that's my deal.
Hey, I rate Bears in the comments.
Yeah.
He says, no BS started shit with shoe on head. Hi, I think I'm real. Easy on me. And anyone else he felt like.
Fucking time you two started paying attention to the fucking chat.
Dude, I've been sitting.
I keep my ear to the ground. I know all the drama.
Okay, well, let's dish it out, Holmes. Set me straight.
You want to know about Gemini and Whitey, yeah? Well, they started shit with that girl, a.k.a. Samantha. Right?
Yeah. In the
The
stream,
problem is with Sam is when you criticize her, she goes off on a fucking rampage.
yeah. Well, I mean, dude, they were like, they were rating her looks and stuff, man, and that was like
They rated my looks, mate. They rated my.
I saw, yeah, I know, I saw that.
They
Well,
gave
see,
me less than 5. It's fine. I'm
they
not a
had done it.
fucking
Well,
minge about it.
they did that shit last week. They did basically the same thing at 3 a.m, U.S. time, and they got some feedback on it. I think you said, well, let's do it again, and I mean, just how can people not go off on it? But it was like, but Alex, you got such a lovable mug, man. I mean, it's like nobody can say you're ugly, shit.
Well, they did, unfortunately for me.
What do you say? You look like a thumb or something like that?
Oh, people always telling me that I look like a thumb or a potato. It's fine.
That's bullshit, man.
Or a brown egg.
Oh, people. Well, yeah. They
I got a 6 in the chat. I'm happy with that. That's better than what I got before. So,
dude, I look like somebody set my face on fire and put it out with a rake. So, a face only a mother could like.
I did receive a DM from you earlier. I didn't receive a link initially. I was doing a test stream on StreamMe.
Okay, because it wouldn't let me give you the link, dude. And same with Vanilla Bear. I was trying to give y'all the link, and it would let me type words, but when it came to pasting the link in there, it wouldn't take it, and I don't know why.
Twitter occasionally will have what it calls critical errors, and it just will not send. Like in about 1 hour's time, I'll probably receive that link 100 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Twitter's always wicked out, man.
Oh fuck, man! I'm sorry about that then, because Occam got his. It was like I sent it to him and a couple other people. And you, I wanted to send you and the Vanilla. What's she doing?
She's very tired and her brain is frazzled. That's why she didn't want to come on.
I hear you.
You can see her. Look, she's over there. She's raging.
Hello.
She's been doing coursework for her NVQ for health and social care. Yeah, health and social care coursework. Yeah, said her brain is frazzled, mate. But you two. And sorry, who is the other guy? Malon.
Yeah, that's my real name, like in my real life name. But like, I actually run the YouTube channel Occam's Razor. It's I started uploading videos about 3 weeks ago, but I've actually been able to grow pretty well. Like I have about 128 subscribers right now.
Very good.
And my video quality with the video that I'm uploading tonight and all my videos from now on are going to be like way higher than it was because Gemini made me
live chat, dude.
What?
Drop me the link in the live chat. Or the Google Hangout, not the Google Hangout chat, not the stream chat. I'll check you out.
I tried leaving the link in the Google Hangout. Oh, in the stream chat, but
do it in the Google Hangout. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. So I actually was meaning to get in contact with you on Twitter sometime. I just hadn't gotten around with it yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like about streaming with you, but I guess we already are now.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
But,
yeah, I've
I didn't expect you
to you, mate. So you got 129 subs now.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Alex has been instrumental in helping me get my wheels rolling here on YouTube, man. He is an excellent friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And his darling wife they're awesome. They're just an awesome couple. They remind me of me and my wife.
You guys were talking about platforms and stuff earlier, weren't you?
Yeah. BidMe and Minds. What else? What have you been looking at? Because I know that we've had.
I've been on Minds for quite some time now. Minds it has a long way to go. At the minute, it's a spammer's paradise.
Right.
I know it's improving. They've recently brought in monetization for blogs and blogs only, unfortunately. Well, unless you enjoy writing, of course, then it's not unfortunate. Mine is kind of good for networking if you can get into the right groups and stuff. Other than that, just sharing your stuff and then fucking off again. Not bothering to stay on the site is probably his best use at the minute. Gab AI, I don't really use it for anything else other than sharing my content at the minute. It probably would be quite good for networking, but I haven't bothered using it for networking. I mainly use Twitter for networking. VidMe, definitely. It's coming on leaps and bounds. The staff will talk to you if you try to reach out to them on Twitter. If you post a video to the VidMe category, they will most likely leave a comment answering any criticism that you have for them. They spoke to me. They actually hunted me down, which is really odd. I didn't even use a hashtag. I didn't tag anyone. I guess they were looking for keywords. I was talking shit about VidMe on Twitter, and they were like, "Oh, we're trying to fix that." I mean, I got into a heated discussion with one of them, but you know, they assured me that people like us are going to be welcome on VidMe, at least for until it grows massively. Like, if it ever reaches the same level as what YouTube is now, Google. Right. Then we'd probably end up getting kicked off it. But their advertisement thing they've recently brought in is in beta at the minute. If it's people are concerned about advertising and money, there's a subscribe button, which effectively is like pledging X amount of money, whatever the creator sets for the subscribe button. Like mine's $1, but I don't expect anyone to do that. I don't have any subscriber only content at the minute anyway, but I am growing on there, and it seems to be a growing community, and it's up to us to drive people to that community. Right. The problem with VidMe is that you can't stream on VidMe, so you need to find alternative websites
like Twitch.
If YouTube decides to kick us off and fucks with us too much, which is probably what's going to happen, there's plenty of streaming alternatives out there. Stream.me, hitbox.tv, twitch.tv, all these websites are good alternatives, and you don't just have to stream games on these websites either. You can just, like, literally tonight I did a two and a half hour live stream on stream.me. Most people do gaming on there. For the first hour I just chatted shit on Google Hangouts, the browser version, not the Hangouts on air like we're using now.
Right.
Yeah. So, and one of the admins actually came in and started talking to us and explained how the site works and all that. So that was really nice of them to do so. So I am hoping to drive a larger audience there.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm a little butthurt on vid.me right now. It's like they turned me down for validation, so I'm invalid right now. That hurt my feelings.
Verification, they've actually upped it. The requirements for verification, they've jacked it up now.
Was it now, man?
Well, I don't know what the requirement.
It was 50. It was 50. So it's like I'm scrambling to try to get that.
I was verified.
Well, of course.
When it was easier to get verified. But there are more and more people coming to the website now. It's growing large. There are more creators, more consumers of content. So
you're a swinging dick, dude.
Yeah, so I'm growing quite nicely on there. I'm hoping to have 700 followers by the end of the week. That'd be quite nice.
Sweet. Well, you know I'm already following you. So what about you, Akam?
Well, I'm not on Mines with Irate Bear. I haven't followed Irate Bear on Mines. I do have a Mines myself. I'll probably follow you now, though.
Yeah, my Mines is at Brown Bear.
Okay.
It's not under Irate Bear. Yeah. I can't change it, so.
Yeah. I'm just saying hey to some folks in the chat.
I'm going to be driving people to my other social medias.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do too, because I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm smelling like the boot.
Yeah,
know,
I feel like that too, mate. I really do. I really do. And
they're winding up.
I find it very upsetting, actually.
It sucks, man. I was really surprised with that whole that, and the deal with the way that they reacted to that whole internal memo. It's kind of like I don't know, man. It's because I've only been on here since like March or April, and I was like, and it took me about a year to get comfortable enough to want to get on here, and I love this place. The platform's excellent, but if they don't want us, they don't want us, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, what YouTube wants is they want YouTube TV, and they want family-friendly content. That's what they want. They want toy channels. They want music channels. They just want vlogs and shit like that. They don't want any political stuff unless you're approved by the Creators for Change.
Yeah, I know, man. That's scary as shit. Occam, do you know about that? The Creators for Change?
No, what is that?
Set them up, Alex.
Creators for Change, it appears to be an initiative started by YouTube in which they have collected a team of YouTubers from all over the world that are in line with their ideology, that promote their ideology, and are now approved by YouTube. So I imagine they will be given ads of a higher CPM rate as well, and they're most likely probably to get more promotion via trending page and of course recommendations. These are people like Francesca Ramsey, for example. Wow. She was literally the first fucking face on their promotion video. These so-called Creators for Change are mostly minorities, not
many white males. Yeah.
I think there's one white male and one white female in the actual proper program. The rest appear to be black, brown, Muslim, BLM advocates, that type of thing.
Yeah.
How do they justify that then? Like, how do they justify favoring certain political people on a platform that's supposed to be open to other political people, like one side over the other?
Well, I mean, there was the recent manifesto that flew around Google, which was written by a clearly disgruntled employee who tried to, outline basically this is how Google is. You can't have dissenting opinion. They don't like conservative opinions. They don't like right-leaning opinions. The thing is with social justice is that it's because it's called social justice, because it's called Black Lives Matter, because it has that kind of name to it, they can justify it.
Right.
Which is odd when you look at the numbers, because you look at someone like Francesca Ramsey, who doesn't get the views that she should do for the size of the channel, and it's mass disliked. And there, of course, the Creators for Change video was mass disliked with well over 20,000 dislikes.
Yep.
One of the Muslim creators they chose only has 3,000 subscribers. So the numbers are all over the fucking place with this shit. And it's clear that they are looking for these types of people to promote it. They're just social justice warriors. That's exactly what they are. They just don't care. They don't give a fuck. And the problem is that the minute they can get away with it, because they have there is no alternative to YouTube at the minute properly.
Right.
And it's up to us to make an alternative. It's like what you said earlier, Ira. You were saying that, at the end of the day, you have these websites like VidMe, and we've got to make that house a home.
Right. Mass migration. And that's the only thing that's going to get their attention is, I would love to see something like, some kind of organized event in which we all do something on the same day, at the same time, where it's, it's unmistakable. Where everybody see Styx Hexenhammer was talking about something like this like 2 months ago. Where everybody that they just remove videos off of YouTube one day, and and go ahead and just start seeding a new platform, and make it, like you said, make a new home, because we're obviously going to need one. And
I don't like name dropping, Irate, but I was in a big DM group with several other very large creators, including Sargon himself.
Right.
And I actually managed to get some one-on-one time with Sargon himself. And I think that with him being the king of the community, I think everyone will follow his suit.
Right.
He suggested doing it as a slow change.
Okay.
So that we don't lose out on our current numbers. I think that's why he has reservations. He didn't like the idea of a sudden shift. He liked the idea of beginning to basically release content on VidMe a day early.
Oh, wow.
And then upload it to YouTube. So making VidMe the priority and putting YouTube on the back pedal.
Right.
And gradually phasing YouTube from our upload schedule.
I see. Well, that makes perfect sense. And Occam, you're a Sargonite, and you don't make any bones about it. What do you think about that?
Say that again, mate. You say I'm a Sargonite. Are you talking to?
No, Occam. Yeah.
Sorry, if you're talking to me.
No, brother.
Yeah, I love Sargon's work. He's like one of my biggest inspirations for doing what I do. But my opinion on the matter of like leaving YouTube is, I feel like it's going to be hard to beat YouTube. Like, how do you beat a company that's attached to a much bigger corporation that has only been around for about as long as I've been alive? Because I was born in '98. Google was started like a few months after I was born. So I'm going to be 19 tomorrow, actually. That's my birthday. So Google is about 19 years old. And they're one of the biggest corporations on the planet. How do you beat the biggest corporation?
Happy birthday for tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah.
If you were here in the UK, it'd be your birthday right now. So happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
Well, have some cake for me.
I'm sure I will. do you want to know how we beat a corporation this big? It's not just YouTube. It's not just YouTube. We'd have to leave. We'd have to tell people to stop using Chrome,
right,
and any other products from Google. To stop using their search engine. To stop using the browser. To stop anything that has any links to Google whatsoever. So stop using YouTube altogether.
All right, here's an idea too, for somebody that's got some skills in creating and writing code. What about some type of platform to, like we've got a Chromebook, and I know that's kind of an Android-based operating system anyway. So how do you replace that? How do you get Chrome off of your Chromebook and convert it into just a low powered laptop?
Well, this is it. You just have to stop using all Google products.
Yeah.
And obviously that's too much of a cunt move for me to ask people to do if they have a Google computer of some form. Right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let's say, somebody wanted to do that. That's that would be nice to to have some type of option to do so. So anyway, I just threw it out there just to see if maybe somebody can get some.
Well, another problem.
Go ahead.
A problem I see with the Google Exodus is Google. I mean, sure, there might be some ways, but it's going to be really difficult to escape Google even on non-Chrome browsers, because what I've noticed is like Google has become so prevalent even the term to look something up online
Sure.
is to Google something. You might not even look something up on Google, but you're going to say, I'm going to Google it, even
right.
if you're looking it up on something else. But also, Google seems to be the standard go-to first website that pops up on any browser.
It does.
Sometimes, like I've actually had browsers that just that aren't even Chrome, that'll just auto pop up the Google website. Like Google has become the face of the internet. I almost feel like Google has become the internet in a sense, as in if you think of the internet, you think of the Google homepage. If you think of the internet without any website on it, the first thing I think of is a Google homepage sitting there ready for you to look something up and go to a website.
Well, if we don't stop the net neutrality thing, then that's exactly what's going to happen, man. You know, because that opens it up for the corporations, and you know, like you said, Google's the biggest. It's going to be, you know, they're going to be calling the shots. So you know, so it's a conundrum there, man.
I guess
I feel like, in my opinion,
really, I mean, you're going to have to sort of tell people, you know, you're going to have to ask people to try and set their default homepage to something else, or their default search engine to something else. Probably both, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's hundreds of other search engines out there anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, set your homepage to somewhere like VidMe, you know, or wherever you normally go when you first log on to the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes perfect sense to me.
Maybe this is probably just me, and maybe it's just like a nostalgia thing, since I kind of grew up with YouTube and Google and all that kind of stuff, and
Right.
I really like the platform. But I feel like it would be better to like fight and try to take YouTube and Google back to make it a more free and open thing. Like tell them, hey, look, people don't like what you're doing. Like there's more people who don't like what you're doing than do like what you're doing to your platforms. So if you want to continue doing well, just quit doing it. Like try to retake the Google instead of leaving it. Like retake YouTube. Don't necessarily just leave YouTube, because I love the platform. I love the way it's set up. I think it's like the ideal, like if you want to design a video platform, model it after YouTube, because it's one of the most ideal platforms you could have. So I feel like it'd be best to try to take it back rather than just totally abandoning it for something that's, you know, not going to be quite as good as what YouTube was. But maybe I'm wrong.
I get what you mean, dude.
Well, they're forcing, you know, right now we're okay, but you know, at some point, you know, our hand is going to get forced. You know, deplatforming, like I was talking about earlier. I mean, you know, do you think that all of your material is going to be okayed by, you know, by like Francesca Ramsey? You know?
By the way, I know for a fact that Anita Sarkeesian is involved in this bullshit as well.
Oh, of course she is, man.
And if she's involved, then, well.
See, Anita Sarkeesian is like the one person from the other side politically on YouTube that I actually genuinely fear. Like, not that I wouldn't stand up to her at all, but like if I ever became a bigger channel or something like that, I would always be nervous that like I'm just going to do one thing and then poof, I wake up the next morning, everything's gone.
She is a massive bitch. I mean, how much of a bitch do you have? How much of a cunt do you have to be to get in Boogie 2988's face and scream at him?
I mean, really, man.
Yeah.
He's such a sweet dude.
Exactly.
You know, it's just that it doesn't make any sense at all, man. Well, I mean, you know, it makes sense, perfect sense. You know, she's one of the most unhappy fuckers I've ever seen in my life, man. You know,
honestly, I hate her for that.
That's so sad, man. She's, you know, I could talk all day long about that. It's just sad.
Boogie did everything in his power to make that fucking cunt happy.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't
right.
enough.
Exactly.
Never apologize to SJWs. They're a fucking waste of time.
Well, you know, and
honestly,
go ahead.
Honestly, I don't think Boogie should have. I don't think Boogie should have gone out of his way. I think Boogie should have said whatever, you know, he wanted to say, and just said it, and not had Anita get all up in his face like that.
Yeah,
because
I was so disappointed in Boogie when he just kept saying, you know, I understand that I'm, you know, even though I'm, you know, fat, I am white, and therefore I have white privilege. I was just like, motherfucker. This is a guy who was abused all of his childhood, sexually as well.
Right.
And has been on a suicidal warpath his entire life. And then you've got this fucking prick giving him shit.
Yeah, this is... For Anita, for him, is probably like bringing back all those traumatic memories, and that's why he's trying to do everything within his power to like not have her go off hinged and, you know, go unhinged and you know, ruin him, I guess.
Yeah, it's really out of order. Really, really out of order. And you know, I think if Anita got in my face like that, I don't know what I would do, to be honest. I can't definitively say what I would and wouldn't do in that situation.
Well, yeah, well, she thinks the deck stacked in her favor because, you know, because politics. See, she's not in this shit because of ideology, man. She's in this shit because of money, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's all it is to her. Right. And she's playing the part 100%. You know, in my opinion, she's more of an actress that's just playing this part. And she's, you know, she worships at the altar of the dollar. You know, that's where her allegiance lies, you know. So, and where the money is where she's gonna, you know, go. And that's what I was saying earlier about Google. You know, when it comes down to it, they're a corporation, and it's going to come down to the bottom line.
The thing is, though, we know social justice doesn't sell.
We could, you know, it's all day long we can be saying this stuff, man, and you know, and nobody, they don't care.
No, they don't. They really don't care.
They really, because, you know, it's like you look at people, you know, that are broadcast on purely in an echo chamber, and it's like it's a waste of time to even try to reach out to them to have any kind of dialogue, because they're just not going to do it.
By the way, just to address Skep talk, I wasn't insinuating hitting Anita Sarkeesian.
Never.
What I meant is I don't know whether I would either A, walk away and just leave her screaming at me, B, try to reason with her, or C, scream louder. Because I have yet to come across a person who can outshout me, to be honest, but very, very fucking loud.
What I would do is stay calm, use my brain, use reason and stuff to, like, you know, debunk everything she's yelling at me about. And then when it's all on camera and when people, you know, are seeing that on social media, I would be like, look, I was the sane, reasonable one. She was going unhinged and screaming and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So...
Right, and you notice that
SJWs always seem to be frothing at the mouth, yet they somehow they've lost on YouTube, but they've won in real life. So, like, how many videos are there of batshit crazy feminists screaming their heads off, saying "kill all men"?
Right.
You know, people see this shit and they're still winning.
Well, see, this is one of the reasons why I'm beyond just, you know, becoming like a figure on YouTube and in the public eye where, like, you know, I try to, like, speak my opinion on political matters or other things going on in the world, you know, and try to provide, you know, a voice of reason. I actually want to try to get into actual politics, like, themselves, because that's how you can try to, like, actually enact real change beyond just, like, you know, sitting there and looking at everything going on around you and talking about it, which is good, but, like, it's taking it another step further and actually getting involved in enacting change.
See, I know you say that, and that's incredibly admirable of you to say, but I have to wonder whether you'd have more power going to work for Google and working your way up the career ladder to enact real change.
Wait, what?
Because it to me, it just seems these corporations, these big multinational corporations, conglomerates, they're the one. It seems like they're the ones who have all the power here.
Right.
They're the ones controlling the flow of information.
Right. You're right, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, you could get into politics, but obviously that's a long, hard, slog. And I mean, well, I mean, there's a lot of dick sucking to try and get people to agree with you and vote on certain bills and whatnot. And
I've already started to a certain extent because I haven't really made a video about this on my channel or anything, and I'm not really going to say the town or anything, like, so I don't completely dox myself, but I'm actually running for mayor in my town.
Oh, awesome. That's cool, man. Would you be the youngest mayor in your town?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
What about your state? Would you be the youngest mayor in the state if you got elected?
Actually, I personally know, like, I'd probably be the youngest current one if I do get elected, but I actually know someone else personally who ran in their town at 18 and won. And awesome. Since I'd be 19, I'd technically be a year older than they were. So,
right.
I mean, not the youngest, but one of them. Like,
right. Well, man, that's something to go for, because that you can build on that, and that'd be fascinating just to see what your job would entail. That might be something to do too, is vlog that shit while you're doing it.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, if you got elected. So how are you going to get elected, man? How are you going to get a whole shitload of people to vote for you, man? You can't blow them all.
See, that's the tough thing, because it's going to be tough. I might not win, but I'm certainly going to try my hardest. And I have to beat the incumbent. So the guy that's already served 2 terms is running for a 3rd term.
Yeah.
And I got to try to beat him.
Is everybody happy with him?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. So
it's gonna be hard.
But I mean, I'm still gonna try, but like I've got kind of like some plans that I'm gonna try to do. Like, I know there's a lot of young people that I've talked to that'll just be coming to voting age or are already at voting age that I can try to utilize to try to go out there. See, what I understand is that there's no way I'm going to win in a landslide, but if I could even win by a few votes.
Death by 1,000 cuts, man. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Like, all you need is like 1 vote more than the other person. Like, local elections are pretty simple.
Good arguments and good policy.
Yeah, I'm also going to like do some door knocking and all that kind of stuff and talk about, issues with people and everything.
Yeah, ask them what they want.
Jacob Naveau, he said something interesting in the chat about how to change Google's policy. He says, why don't we explain to the investors how what they're doing is going to hurt their bottom line, and therefore their investment. I guess through the Wall Street Journal or something. I don't know. I just saw that, and it kind of like hit me like that's not a bad idea there. But it looks like we're at the top of the hour, and I promised my better half that I would only go an hour tonight. But
okay.
I have successfully done a stream on my own without any help. The training wheels are off the bicycle, and I'm just tickled that I was able to do it. And Alex, you've been instrumental in helping me get this far. So thank you, brother.
No problem, man.
I owe your ass big time. All right. And Occam, keep me up to date with all this stuff. And I think, we talked about maybe doing something on your channel. So I I'm very flexible, you know, when it comes to my schedule. So anytime you need me, brother, I'll you know, just give me at least 2 hours notice and I'll try to make it. Okay.
Okay. And
All right.
just one quick thing.
All right.
I have my newest video getting ready, like it's uploading right now, but should I title it, since I told you what it was about, I don't know if Irate was here for that, but should I call it Blaming Targets for Terrorism? What, do you think that would fit based on what I told you it was about?
That's not a good title.
No, yeah, I was going to say that it kind of sounds like it wants to be clickbait, but it's not.
It's not enough either. What's the video about?
It's about a thing that happened in Australia where this council and a court blocked a Jewish synagogue from being built because they thought it would be too dangerous because it could be a target for terrorism if they built it.
I would name it as is, mate. Put Oz as in AUS, all capital letters. Then put blocks, synagogue build through fear of terrorism. Something along those lines.
Because terrorists
Well,
that don't exist. But
terrorism in the
phantom
title.
terrorists.
It's going to be demonetized immediately.
Oh, are you serious? Well, I don't have monetization available yet on my channel because I don't have enough. You have to have at least 10,000 views.
Yeah.
I don't have 10,000 views yet. But
Or
do they really do that? Like, would they demonetize it later on?
If I was to upload a video now that had terrorism in the title,
yeah,
it would be perma demonetized.
Yep.
Okay.
I wouldn't even get the yellow dollar sign. I'd get a black fucking line through a dollar sign. That'd be it.
But you could say like Aussies, you know, stop synagogue construction because, and then just leave it the end blank and just, you know, I don't know. I like to do stuff like that because I think it makes people want to know, well, what's going on there, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm dumb.
I don't know if it will hurt in terms of views, but I doubt it will, to be honest. But yeah, I'm saying if you had monetization, it would be perma demonetized.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to avoid putting that in the title then for later when I can actually monetize my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put ISIS in the title either.
No, I would never do that because I know they demonetized that.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. So we're gonna kick it. It's been great. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. People in the chat. Sorry I wasn't more interactive with you, but I'm just trying to get my footing with this stuff. So I appreciate everybody showing up. And thanks to the lovely Uzi Q for putting up with my bullshit for 20-something years. I'll see y'all later. All right. So it's Daterludes, and I'm out. All right, it's out of here. Yep. Later.